Welcome to our show. This is the Westhaven Podcast. I'm with one of my top comrades, Mr. Corey Watson, a legend in the game. The reason we're doing this is to reveal our characters, who we are, what we're all about, and why literally we're the only logical choice for all families in the Yuba Sutter area and extending areas. We're the only logical choice when it comes to installing, designing, servicing, maintaining your solar energy systems so you can save tons of money every single month, be more financially empowered, and have energy independence in a world where independence seems to be leaving us. We're real Americans, we're real men, we have real values. We're gonna get into some fun topics. I think you'll enjoy it.
Hoorah.
Let's go. So Watson, how about a little bit about your background and a little bit about yourself?
So my background is about 40 years of HVAC, heating and air conditioning, and 12 years with you doing solar.
Yep.
Got drawn to it because, we're helping people save energy, and been around Yuba Sutter for a long time. A little bit of a country boy.
You don't
Enjoy my
say.
life.
Oh, very good. Well, I've been in the trades as well. I started in heating and air back in the 90s and did a full apprenticeship on the East Coast where I mastered my trade under generational craftsmen and came over to this area back in 2001, started practicing solar pretty quickly. And I think it was like we met probably around 2012, 13. I remember that day
Right in that area.
where you were just like, I was actually coming home late. It was in the evening, and I think it was like 6:30, 7 o'clock. I was baked, and our administrator at the time was in the office. Oh, there's a gentleman here to see you, about working with Westhaven. She had called me on the phone, and so I remember walking through that back door, and you were sitting on the couch.
Yes.
Huge old belt buckle,
Yes.
cowboy hat.
I remember the day very well.
You remember that? And then
Clear as yesterday.
and then we went into my office, and I remember that we sat down. You basically shook my hand and said, "We're doing this."
Yes.
And I was like, "Well, all right, we're doing this." And from then on, I mean, we just started, tearing it up. I mean, it's been no holds barred.
No.
It's been all.
It's been a good ride, that's for damn sure.
It's been all out nonstop. I remember a pretty awesome story about you that I could share because
All right.
people want to know about the characters,
All
right?
right.
And people should know about the characters that don't change and that stay consistent and have a predictability about themselves. And that only comes out in tough situations. So there was a situation that we had, I remember. I'm gonna leave all the names out of it, and I'll leave the context of the incident out as well.
Yeah.
But this is a big deal about your character that people should know about. That made me say like, whoa, okay, we can do something here, right? I mean, I already knew that, but this is defining. So we basically got a Mayday call, yourself, myself, Akash, and Akash and I were in Roseville. And we had to get back to the shop. There was an incident at the shop. And you had called us. We were an hour away, but you were only 8 minutes away.
Correct.
And just so people understand your character of someone that'll do something that they're absolutely not expected to do in any way, shape, or form. I remember coming back to that incident that didn't involve us, but we had to, be there because it happened on the property. And there was a lot of cops there, and you were there basically in your underwear fighting them off.
That's a fact. I remember it well. And it was cold.
And it was
It was
cold.
a cold evening. It was,
It
it
was
was a
cold.
chill evening, and I needed to get there right now, pronto.
And you wasted no time doing it.
None whatsoever.
That you were literally in flip-flops in your underwear, handling business.
That's correct.
And
I don't even think I had a shirt on.
You did not. You had no shirt.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
flip-flops and
Yeah,
underwear.
that's right. That was my attire.
Handling business, telling the cops what to
Back
do.
off, do this.
Telling the cops what to
Directing
do.
them.
And they were being professional, though. They were being
Yeah,
very
yeah.
good. It was,
No,
it was
no.
a tough situation.
Yes.
And they were doing their job.
Absolutely.
And they were actually doing a really good job. And but I also had to hey, leave them alone. kind of like prevent, craziness. But that showed me a level of character that you had that really makes us all very unstoppable when we have those kind of people around in our business and in our lives. And when we're focused on the same purpose, it's very hard to stop that. So, that told me a lot about your character, man, and who you really were, what you were all about. And that's what I really appreciate about you. I mean, one of the many things.
Right.
But that depth of character and predictability under like very trying circumstances is what allows us to really do amazing work. And I think is what allowed us to magnetically attract others that are just like that
Yes.
in this area. And it's one of the reasons why we're so impenetrable and we're able to do this work of literally defying everything and attacking utility meters on people's houses.
That's correct.
And that's what we do. And that's part of this, these shows is to actually orient the focus of where the enemy is. So I look at that, electricity and energy as a war. But way too many people are focused on the utility companies. You're never going to change that problem. That's a bunch of people in our society, Americans actually, United States citizens, working their job, preserving the grid so we receive power. They're not technically the problem. Okay, so the problem is the electrical meter. So everyone needs to focus on the electrical meter and hack it. And that's what we do. That's what we focus on.
Yeah.
We focus on attacking the electrical meter so electrons don't flow into the house from the utility. And that's what we do. And that's what we've been doing for years very successfully in this area.
Yeah, we're a reckoning. There's no doubt about it.
So how did you first get involved in the solar industry, Watson? Like, what's your journey been like? What inspired you to stay here, with this? And tell us.
So my journey is this with the heating and air. I pretty much got bored doing heating and air, troubleshooting, diagnosing. And I got to a point where in my heart, I felt it's time for a change. And I was driving by Westhaven over on Garden and every day. And something kept drawing me there. And it came to a head to where I'm going to walk in here. And that's how me and you met. And then I started, what better way to take to the customer a way that they can be self-sufficient, independent on their own.
Yep.
And that's what drew me over there to Westhaven is not only the location, but the message of I can save money.
Yeah, for real.
And so it kind of, and then once I met you and the rest of the crew, and it was a no-brainer for me.
Yep.
It was like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, yep. I hear you, man. Yeah, I remember doing I did my house. It was one of my first systems was my own house, and that was back in 2005. And I was blown away that like I could zero my electrical bill. And I'm a power user. I like using tons of power.
Yeah.
I believe in use more power, not less. I hate conserving power.
No, I seen your roof. I know.
Yeah, it's massive solar system. But the sun is putting out like infinite energy practically. So you just put 2 and 2 together. The power source is virtually limitless. So then if I can harvest that power, then I can use it in an unlimited way.
Correct.
And that's what I want all of our customers to think on, and all of the society, all our whole community, because we want to grid liberate all of Yuba Sutter first. That's our first, this is our first community is grid liberation Yuba Sutter.
Yeah.
Hardcore. Get them off grid liberated means you're still connected to the grid, you just don't conduct with it. And we attack that meter. The meter is your enemy. It lives on a person's house rent-free, locked out. So that's our focus. We attack that. And we do that very effectively with our ingenuity, our allied.
We've come a long way. We sharpened our sword is so sharp now
It's deadly.
that we have created the process flawlessly from A to Z, soup to nuts.
Yep.
And for the customer and for anybody else, us,
Yeah.
we're doing it.
That's a full ecosystem.
Yes, it is.
with a lot of people in our community benefiting tremendously, customers, employees.
Yep.
It's pretty awesome to see, and it's very, very inspiring. And, the advancements in the tech now are unparalleled. I mean, I did my house back in 2005. That was 19 years ago, almost 20 now. And I mean, for homeowners today, it's just unprecedented the level of power that you can have. And you can instantly shut those utility bills off right away, just cripple them.
Grid liberation is here. It's here to stay. We have honed it,
Totally. And so, Watson, what would you say your role is exactly now? It's come a long way,
Yeah.
right? I mean, where you and I started to where we are now are two very different places.
That's a true statement.
What would you say your role is now? And what's your day-to-day look like?
I mean, my day-to-day is I open the shop, I greet the men, I preach and teach, and then I shift my hat to more of a facility manager at times, watching over inventory, watching over the vehicles, watching over actually everybody here, and kind of making sure that the operation is rolling the way it needs to be rolling.
Yep.
And things are running as smooth as they can. I mean, because we deal with weather, right? Hot, cold, rain, I mean, you name it. And then, and all kinds of other conditions that you can't even foresee.
I know.
Floods, fires.
Right.
I mean, we've seen it all right here.
Yeah, we have. We've seen a lot. We've seen so much. Yeah, the flood was crazy. I remember that one time getting, evacuated out of our area. But I was we were locked in traffic, leaving 99, getting evacuated. But our Westhaven Solar was on the radio. Everyone was listening to the radio to see what was up, and our ads were popping up, so that was kind of cool.
Right.
That was funny. What do you think, what's the thing you enjoy the most?
I enjoy the most the camaraderie, the brotherhood.
Yeah, the brotherhood.
The brother and the sisterhood. That's what I enjoy the most. Always have, always will. Intertwining. Some days it ain't easy. Some days the reward is much better than, the other day.
Yeah.
But that's what I really, passing on the message, giving them the wisdom. Watson's wisdom is what you would call it. I call it country scholar.
Okay.
But, I'm dealing with a bunch of rascals, and I enjoy that part because we're rascals.
Oh, yeah.
And so we can relate.
Yeah.
They can relate.
Yeah, we can relate to that.
And I do enjoy that the very most.
Yeah, I can tell. That's like one of the funnest things.
I mean, we do barbecues. I mean, we have some good times over here.
Oh, yeah.
We play some good music. We have some good vibes.
Yep.
I mean, it's all inclusive.
Yeah.
We're all in like Vegas. I mean, and almost on a daily basis.
It is on a daily basis.
We're all in. We're giving our effort towards the projects, towards the customers, towards grid liberation.
That's right. And the future of this company is really, really bright. And it's really, really important, that our customers that are making these decisions, that already made the decision, they made the right one, they made the best one. And we have an open door here at Westhaven. I mean, they can just come in.
And they do.
800 Northgate Drive. Here's where we are. You can meet me, you can meet Watson. We're here.
We greet
We're
them.
living this life, and we're grid liberating our neighbors, period. And we care about it, and we care about the people we do serve. And the future of this company is we are going to grid liberate Yuba Sutter. We're going to save every single person in this whole community from their utility bills reliably with predictable power that they can count on in the worst of times and in the best of times.
Right.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's the future of this company.
I'm going to say it like this. So we're champions of solar.
Yeah.
And we've schooled up and kept ourselves going. We have, we're a premier company putting in premier equipment. People are putting in premier, and the customers are reaping the benefits and appreciating it once they see that it's knocking their bill down almost to completely zero at a lot of times.
Yeah, exactly. And wouldn't you say, I mean, the level of experience that we now have, over 10,000 successfully installed systems, we're committed to staying in this region so we can really focus and channel all of our expertise, our energies into perfect service.
Right.
That's a massive, that's a big differentiator from a lot of others out there.
I couldn't be prouder.
Yep.
That's a fact. I couldn't be prouder because we really have a group of men and women all towards the same common goal.
Yep.
And there are no rookies here.
There's no
from top down.
There's no rookies.
I mean, our managers are top drawer. Our installers are top drawer.
Yep.
Our admin, top drawer. Project. I mean, even this marketing team, wonderful.
Yeah.
We couldn't ask for anything above and beyond that what we got.
That's right. No, I fully agree. And you know, it's motivating, you know, every single day, because every single day we're literally attacking meters. We're just chomping away at them, like every single day.
I personally can't wait.
Yeah, well, no, we're doing it every day. I mean,
yeah, mine's coming.
Oh yeah, well, you just moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just moved. We're gonna destroy
I will be
that
having
meter.
it. Yep.
But that's such a message we have, is where to attack, where to focus the energy. It's at the meter. Focus on your meter. Take control of that thing.
Yeah.
And you can flip it around.
Yeah.
The old meters were awesome. When I first started this, it was the analog ones.
I remember.
So you could see your attack. You're like, oh, because
Hey,
it would
I remember you used to be able to turn them upside down and run them backwards.
Well, that's some outlaw.
You coulda.
Stuff. That's some outlaw.
Not me.
Okay, I believe that.
Not me.
Yeah, I believe.
I heard about it though.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. But you know, the old school meters, you could literally, you know, you could see the power draw, the thing was spinning. Then you flip on that solar system and it would literally grind to a halt and then go the other way.
Yes, sir.
It's like, ah, you
Yeah.
know, so that's what we're doing is attacking that meter. That's the focal point, and that is our enemy, and we haven't had a failure yet. We're very successful at killing those things.
Yes.
Very successful at
Yes.
it. So, you know, and that's probably for me like the most rewarding. That used to be the most rewarding, is watching the analog thing stop and then spin backwards. But now the most rewarding is having all the people email in, call in, so stoked. Because we follow up, we call our customers, you know, at the 1 year mark, how's it all working for you? And we check all the monitoring and say, so we can see that it actually performed. And hearing those testimonials come back with people that have, you know, we're getting nailed with huge bills, just sapped.
No.
And now they don't, and that's very rewarding for me, and that motivates me every single day. And like, you've been at this for a while, Watson, and you've seen so many people come and so many people grow and actually prosper and really reach new levels in their careers and their abilities. I mean, we've seen.
No. We took guys in the beginning of our solar journey.
Yeah.
There was not a lot of solar installers.
No, there was none.
We had to grow our own.
We grew them.
And we did. And I'd say over half our crew is that first generation we grew.
Yeah.
And I'm also pretty proud about the fact that over half of them have their own personal homes now.
I know, right?
And that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, nothing better than ownership and what you do, your blood, sweat, and tears, and you can provide for your family.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's the best.
It is.
Yeah,
it's a great feeling.
That's probably the most rewarding thing you get to see.
Every day.
Yep.
And you know, we celebrate each other's families, and we celebrate their children, and we celebrate their journeys.
Mm-hmm.
And their testimonials are just as good as our own customers.
That's right. Well, they're our customers.
I know, but you know what I mean.
I do. So what advice would you give to someone like considering a career in the solar industry right now?
I say jump in. I mean, there's plenty more to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we started off, it was less than 1%. There's a whole bunch more still to go. And me and you have been in it about 12 years together on this journey. And I thought, okay. And then I realized that with the way the utility, the pricing, and it's going to skyrocket. They just announced last week 25% more rise next year.
Mm-hmm.
More and more people are going to get on the solar independent grid liberation train wagon because, you know, get independent. You can though.
Yeah.
And we know this now because we helped develop it.
That's right. And I mean, that's what really sets us apart from all the other solar companies that are out there right now is our communication. Our communication is dialed in so hard right now. Because first, we communicate so well interdepartmentally. So all our communications daily is just, it flows so perfectly through our system that now that translates into the customer communications. So our ability to communicate what's happening, what's going on, what we do, and then proactively be on top of all the systems. That's what completely sets us apart.
I mean, we have that one process lifeblood, right?
Yep.
And we just come in there. It's 5, 6 departments talking amongst each other.
Exactly.
Then we opened up live chats recently in the last month or two.
Yep.
So we keep growing. We are using AI also.
Yeah.
When it fits, we use it.
That's right.
You know, it's like another tool. I like that tool. And if we don't, throw it off to the side.
That's right.
But we develop these processes that are really, really winning for everybody included.
Yeah, everybody. And our communication's on point, and that's what, when people ask what's your big differentiating factor, it's our communication. We know how to communicate to each other, to our customers, and we know we're in the know of what's happening. There's no hidden corners of like, oh, I don't know what's going on.
No,
there.
we expose and talk.
Everything, sunlight's everywhere, literally.
That's correct.
So awesome, man. Well, hey, this has been really, really good. Can't wait to do another one. We'll reveal more and more about what we do, what drives us, and what means the most to our customers out there.
Awesome.